Alright, I can't take it anymore. The microphone is on. Welcome. And glad to have you guys all on board. Hopefully you can hear me. Somebody's going to say, I can hear you, Doc. Or maybe they can't hear me and I'm just, loud and clear. Does that mean you can hear me, Frosty? Tetra says, I can hear you, Doc. Okay, cool. We are happening. Welcome, everyone. And thank you. And thank you, Arizona Snowman. So, okay, welcome to everyone in the house. And yeah, if you're looking at the screen, that is Stromboli, okay? But that is Stromboli from a distance. It is optically looking like Stromboli's actually very small. And we're going to get into that today. Stromboli isn't small by any means. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of everything today and do our thing. So, Stromboli is an island. Yes, Sarah Miles, it is. It is. And it's going to be interesting once we're going to actually take a Google boat trip around the outside of that island today. And I think that will be a little bit more enlightening. And then we're going to take another quick look at other volcanoes in Italy and perhaps elsewhere where there are people living either on the rim of the volcano crater or in the volcano crater. So that's what's part of the show today is going to be kind of doing that and looking at it. And it's really kind of, you know, it gives you the heebie-jeebies if you think about you're living inside a volcano's caldera. And, you know, what if it hasn't erupted for 200,000 years and tomorrow it decides, hey, it's time. So anyway, let's get going with the show here anyway and make things happen. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board tonight as far as our wonderful moderators. We have Arizona Snowman is in the house already. C&D Boy also here. Paulzilla may be off working yet, and he may come in later, we don't know. And Piggy has stormy weather above her place, and her power has gone off. The last email was about 20 minutes ago, and she said the power had gone off 3 times within the last hour. So she is, I think, just going to keep things shut down for now. And hopefully, if she does come on, she's not going to say too much here, just in case. Actually, I'd prefer if she kept her computer off for right now during the thunderstorm. If they're getting power outages, stops from wrecking the computer. But anyway, I'm sure everything will be fine there. So those are our wonderful moderators anyway. And of course, I'm sure between Arizona Snowman and C&D Boy, everything will be wonderful. They are both very astute and well seasoned moderators, so they know what they're doing. All right, on that friendly note, let's get going with what we've got happening here. And by the way, I am working on an intro, and we've got some other stuff here that we can look at today. I don't know if you guys remember, yesterday I kind of introduced you to that other earthquake map that we seen, and I did not get the link in there yet, but we're going to figure that out in short order within the next day or so. But I also have some other stuff that we want to throw in there, and you guys may find it interesting and fascinating, and I will provide you with another link that will keep you busy for a day or two or three or a week. It'll be good. It'll be good. Anyway, we'll get this wonderful photo off the screen and get on to what we want to do here. First off, like I said, this is Stromboli. This is Yvonne's picture, Yvonne Kunkel. And she sent that to me earlier. I did show it on my other stream earlier in the day, just to show what it was like. And of course, it's a wonderful scene, seeing Stromboli with, the lava flow, wonderful streak of bacon, and the moon above it. And that is pretty awesome. So Stromboli via moonlight. Gotta love it, you guys. Anyway, speaking of Stromboli and that general area, let us take that off, and who do we got there? We've got Etna, and of course this was from a little bit earlier here, from 1608 their time in Italy, and I did have to back it up because it's already dark there. And I want to get myself on the right screen here so I can do this properly. There we go. All right, so we do see a little bit of smoke coming off of this end up here, and kind of wanted to point that out. And as the day progressed, things were smoking a little bit more. I don't know if it, there we go. That moved ahead about an hour, I guess, and yeah, 7:40 or 7:37. I'm just trying to do about 1 hour increments here, and that's already in the dark, and it had basically simmered down again. So we're not seeing a heck of a lot out of Etna. If I put it to a live right now, we don't even see Etna because it's in the dark. You see one little speck up there. That's it. And that's actually a star. Star, planet, I don't know what it is, but it's way up there. It's certainly not a UFO. And speaking of UFOs, we'll get into that in a little bit too, once we get to, Popocatépetl. Isn't that interesting? And yeah, we're going to have a look at that as well. So that is kind of the quick updates here in a nutshell. Let's get at going around and looking at all our wonderful volcanoes that we normally look at. And of course, the first one on the list, and we still consider it first because it's the first volcano I covered. And it's wonderful Ragnar. But Ragnar apparently is in the dark, and that light up there that you see, that's actually northern lights. So if we scroll back in the day, whoop, I'm going the wrong way here, and we do see it during the daylight hours, and that is not a bad looking shot. And if we slide over, you can even see that there are indeed people wandering on the path, and when you can see them here, they're heading up towards the volcano to go have a look, and you can see them up there and traipsing up the hill. So it is quiet at Ragnar, but you can also see that there is quite a bit of snow hanging on it now. This is something we weren't seeing before. And yes, Henry Nelson just said lots of snow, and there is. So that is one of those things. Once things cool down, we start to see snow forming and staying. It's not keeping brown and dirty the way it normally does. So we will continue to keep our eyes on Ragnar, though, because we love Ragnar. And it is all good. Anyway, before I get too far, I'm going to say hello to everyone, and welcome to all of you. And I'm going to start out with one fish, as well as oh, by the way, the first person in today, I should have done that first. And of course, Lucas missed out by a little bit, but I think he was trying, but Henry managed to get in first. So cookies go to Henry Nelson today. Well done, Henry, and I'm glad that came in like that. Anyway, let's see. So I said welcome to Henry, and then we have Paul Williams, Mona Alfano. Let's see, going up a little bit more. Did I say one fish? One fish is here. Kate is here. Welcome back, you guys. Sarah Miles also in the house, as well as Tracy Bells. Going up some more here. And let's see. Oh, who's that Nightbot I see in here all the time? Okay, never mind him. Frosty username also in here. Lucas Snow made it. Yes, Aurora Borealis. And hang on. Okay, I had to clear that out of my throat. Billy Bob Joe also here. Sue Hayes, Jane Bench, Dodgers in the house. Paul Williams. Did I say Tracy Bells? Maybe. Welcome. Tetra is also here, as well as just going up some more here to look for more names. Trev T is in the house. EV Stardust, welcome back. Jane Bench also made it in. Welcome. And let's see, going up some more to see who else. Joey, and I'm going to have a real hard time. Virtus. I don't know if that's the last name, but hello, Joey. Welcome. Randa, also back again. Welcome back. Going up some more to see who else snuck in. And none on that page. Going a little bit faster here and trying to see who else. Did I say Dodger before? I think so. Going up a little bit more, got Sarah Miles and Lookin' Simone. Welcome back. Paul Williams, I got you already. Billy Bob Joe, we got. And going up a little bit more to see who else. Dennis Ray, welcome back. Aaron Horton also here. OFU Lux from Luxembourg, also in the house. Going up a little bit more, see who else made it in. Chuckster, welcome back, Chuckster. I haven't seen you for a little bit there. Glad you're on board tonight. And going up a little more, see who else made it in. And let's see, Aaron, we got Dijon, welcome. You were asking which volcano that was, and that was fine. Like I said, it was Stromboli. And quite a distance back from Stromboli. So that's why it wasn't looking so big. It's just like when you look in your rear view, objects in this mirror may appear smaller or larger than, or closer than they could be. Something like that. Never mind. Welcome, Oz. Glad to have you back on board. And let's see, going up some more. Who else snuck in here? We got Henry, of course. And just going up real quick here to see if I missed a few other names. If not, I will get you guys later anyway. Somewhere along the way. Did I say Sue Hayes? Yes, I did. And Sue actually sent me something that will be our subject for tomorrow. And I'll give you a little hint. It is the furthest south volcano that we can find. And it's actually kind of neat. I never knew all those things that I seen about it. So anyway, good. I'm at the very top. I see Colin Deadman up there. And that's good for now. Welcome, Colin. And I think we got most of the ones down on the bottom. And Julie B did make it in as well. Good to see you. Bloxyman 22 also in the house. Irish Monk, I fell in here. Oh boy. Did your ankle slip or something there, Irish Monk? I hope you're not falling again. Please sit down, stay calm, have a lava cookie, and enjoy the show. Big Toe also made it in. Welcome, and I hope you didn't stick out your big toe and have Irish monk fall over it. Tripped, something like that. Jersey Jays, what is it? Bushcraft and Survival. Welcome back. Good to see you. And Terry's, welcome back as well. And going up to see if I missed a few more. I got Jane Binch, right? Storm Chaser 1211, welcome. Trev T, I think I might have mentioned you already. And we got Colin, so we got Colin Taylor and Colin in here, I think. Or sorry, Colin Deadman and Colin. So I'm sure Colin Taylor is going to be right around here somewhere too, and just to mess me up. But it's great to have more of one, you know, then we can blame it on the other guy. And yeah, the thing switched here, and you can see how light that is in the sky. That's pretty awesome, actually. And that's lit up by aurora, which is pretty cool. Madcap Martin also back in the house, as well as Gabby and Aurelio, and I think we got, oh, Sarah Miles we got. Yeah, I think we got most of you good people. If I didn't get you, I do apologize. I do like to say hi to everyone, and like I say, if we didn't have you on there, we'll do what we can to list you in the things later on here. And anyway, I moved it around a little bit here. Not really we want to keep on. We're going to go to our harmonic tremor chart for Ragnar, and we're going to have a look at that. To me, that's a little bit interesting, and I'm wondering what's going on. If we have some movement of magma down below or something, it would be interesting, because we see that, we know this line, okay, and if everything stays above it, that means the cooker is hot and we should see something. What camera source is that? Bloxyman 22, that was one of the still cams. That's the one that's on just on the south end, right where it comes out of Geldingadarler and heads down into Nothaggy. I can't remember the name of the actual hill. I'll point it out though once we get over to the earthquake map, okay? And I'll show you where it roughly is. And if you want the link for it, I can do that as well. Yeah, here we go. Copy. And this was for that Ragnar shot there, so if you want that link, and remember those are still pics, and they refresh every I don't know, what is it, 10-20 minutes or half an hour or something like that, and that's what they give you. Anyhow, let me get back to my train of thought here. So I'm kind of watching that on the end there and seeing what's going on, and keeping my fingers crossed. Okay, so hopefully that should work out. And let's pop over to the earthquakes, since I wanted to get in there anyway. And I'll have to get myself on the right screen here. And I did set this for 3 days, and it is just refreshed. Okay, message from Piggy says storm is rolling out, will be around in the background if needed. Okay, great stuff. Thank you, Piggy, if you happen to be listening, and we appreciate that. All good. Okay, so looking at what we've got here for earthquakes, let's just take a real quick peek up in the top end here. Some fresh stuff right there. A 1.5, 11 kilometers down, 11:37 today, and that's pretty interesting. It doesn't do a lot for me though. It's out in the water, it's, you know, not bugging anybody. 1.37 kilometers down at 15:24 as well today, and then there's some little ones. We were looking at the Asja area, and I don't see anything new in this area at all. The latest one that we had was this guy, which was yesterday at 1422, and it was 3 miles down, or 3 kilometers down, a 1.5, and we haven't seen anything else from there since. Our big one from yesterday here, and of course I expected to see a bunch of little ones around it, fresh ones, but there's nothing there. So, and that is at Bardabunga, yeah, that's that area, and we aren't seeing anything more come out of it. So kind of makes you go, what the heck, okay? Then we see this little guy on the path out here, 6 kilometers down, 1.6 happened, what is it, 0620, or just about 21. So early this morning, Iceland time, a 1.6 magnitude, and nothing down here on Ketla. This is more towards Hekla, and we click on this one, see that it is 5 kilometers down, 1.5 at 1328 their time, so 1:28 p.m. Iceland time today. And let's see, next one here, 12:55, and 8 kilometers down, a 1.1. So just little shakes, nothing major, and nothing to get scared of. I was just looking to see what was over here. We only seen that one. That's an older one already. And let's get right down into the nitty-gritty here. And of course, this is our Reykjanes Peninsula, and Reykjavik is here, and we've got Keflavik, the airport, Keflavik, the town, Reykjanesbar, and the rest of the community there with the army base and all that stuff. So that's all good there. And then if we zoom in a little bit more down on the bottom here, we get into, this is Grindavik, and of course this is where the Blue Lagoon is located, as well as the power plant. Now we don't see anything new and fresh here. These were that little cluster that we seen yesterday, and all around that same time period, 1910, a 1, and it was 5 kilometers down kind of thing. This one over on this side though is newer, so we're going to have a quick look at him. That was at 4:45 a.m., 7 kilometers down, a 0.8, not scaring the heck out of anybody. And let's see what we got here. This little guy, a 0.5, 1 kilometer down. Okay, now that's a little more interesting, only 1 kilometer down. And it was at 5:33 a.m. that happened. What do we got in these two here? At 3:04 a.m. we had a 1.3 that was 3 kilometers down, and he had a neighbor at 3:28 that was 7 kilometers down, and it was a 1.2. My personal seismometer measured a 1.2 in the west of Ireland today. Need a new battery. What kind of battery, Irish monk? We can email you one right away. Okay. Anyway, that kind of gives you what we've had for earthquakes in that area. And just to kind of confirm it, I do have the other map loaded. I do actually have both other maps loaded. So if you want to get those maps, the first one that we had, of course, oh, hang on, I wanted to show you something on there. What did I want to show you? I forgot now. Oh, the location of that camera. That's what I wanted to point out. Okay, so Ragnar sits about here in Geldingadarlar, and that camera is about here on the side of the hill. So I don't know the name of this one. I can't remember it. I think it starts with B or something, Borg or something. Anyway, it's located right there. That's what I wanted to mention. So for those who are wondering what that shot was from. And that's the location of the camera. It's right there, and it shoots at Ragnar, which is sitting right in there. So that should give you a pretty good idea. Anyway, getting back to the other one here, it is colorful. It is showing us where the earthquakes did happen, and pretty much everything that we've seen on the other one, we kind of confirm here and there. These guys we already looked at. I'm majorly interested in just down here to see what we've had, and I'm actually going to refresh this just to make sure that we have the latest and greatest. That way we're not going to miss out on anything. And yeah, I could have used this map to show that as well, where that location was. Anyway, this is that 1.2 and the 1.3. 6.9 clicks down. This one was actually from yesterday. Yeah, this is one of the ones from yesterday. And again, this is why it's so nice to check both maps or all three, because somebody doesn't necessarily have to have the data, whereas the other ones do. And again, that's a 1.3 from yesterday, so 3.3 kilometers down. Anyway, yeah, if I zoom in here, I don't know if you can actually see it in the Photoshop. Yeah, there it is. There's the location of the camera. Okay, I can't get more accurate than that. At least that's where I think it is. It's there or down here somewhere. But yeah, it's shooting across and getting through in Geldingadar, so somewhere right in there. But it's on this hill right there between west of Nothaggy, east of Notcreeky. I hope that helps. Okay, so that kind of lets us see what's going on there, and everything is basically quiet in Iceland as far as seismic and volcanic activity right now. So I'm going to leave Iceland alone, and we will move on and start sneaking around to the rest of the world before we get into other stuff. And of course, this is Sakurajima in Japan, and it is a lovely, lovely volcano, but it's not doing a darn thing. So we will leave it be. We do see it's got a little bit of smoke coming out of the top, but relatively quiet for the most part. Of course, we want to go take a look at our wonderful symbol of excellence here, and that is this beautiful Mount Fuji. I just like looking at it. I don't know. It's huge, man. It's huge. Okay. Back to Sakurajima, and we will carry on. We do have Ta'al, but we don't have the other side right now. So Madam Roots' stream is what we are looking at. We do see that Ta'al is throwing off a little bit of gas and stuff like that, and smoking. You can see these clouds here. That's from Ta'al, and it seems to be coming up in this corner right now from the looks of things right there. So yeah, and I don't think the other one is good there. That's Tall Meditation, and yeah, they not doing anything right now. Anyway, they may be out. We'll wait till they get their camera back up. Anyhow, let's carry on. Next guy is, of course, we have Yellowstone National Park. Looking at right now, it's looking at Old Faithful. If they would have panned over to the other side a little bit, they would have seen the herd of buffalo. There was lots of buffalo out there today. But we're not going to worry about this one right now. We're going to come back to that in a little while. So let us carry on with other interesting things. And hang on. Did I want to kind of go in for earthquakes first? Maybe, maybe not. No, I'm going to do something else first. We're going to carry on with looking at the other volcanoes real quick. and then we're going to go watch something that we actually got from back in La Palma. So we'll take a look at that. So anyway, here, this is our semi. That's the best picture I could get out of it today, unfortunately. So it's not doing too well as far as the clouds are concerned. The other views are horrible. We're not seeing a heck of a lot in this particular one. All the stuff we're looking for is back here in the clouds. And we will go to, and this would have been, what is it? That's the Great Sitkins. And this is the other one, and we cannot see anything. So I'm going to leave that guy alone. We'll pop on to the next batch, of course, Semeru, Krakatoa, and a couple of other ones, which are really cool. It is, what is it there? Yeah, that bottom left one seems to be stopped, but it is 8:15 or 7:15 in the morning there, and depending on which camera you're looking at, they span a couple of time zones, but the one that's on the bottom left, that camera is stalled, but it's there. So we're not seeing too much activity from Semeru right now. It's kind of calm. Krakatoa is just smoking a bunch, and our Kawawang on the bottom here is smoking. I'm not even sure the location on that one, but I know it's in Indonesia, obviously, because they're covering it. So we'll take a look and see what that one is doing. Let's go over and take a look at Merapi. And unfortunately, Merapi is not looking very good. Why is that so blurry? Let me see if we can fix Merapi. Yeah, it changed it on me again. That should be a little bit better. Still a little fuzzy. The pictures are fuzzy no matter what we do. Anyhow, that is what we're looking at, and I can probably get that other view in here as well. Let me do this. I'm gonna do something here that's kind of weird. Just hang on. I'm gonna change our picture just a bit, if I can. I got so many of these things open, I don't know which one's what. No, that's not the one I wanted. Turn that one off. Turn this one on. No. Yeah, we'll leave that one on. And we'll see if we can get this one to go a little bit smaller here. And there we go. We're going to make him smaller, and then we're going to add one more screen capture to that real quick. And it is the other better looking picture here right now. So we'll just add it, and then you can look at that too. That's the opening side. And we'll work on fixing those up size-wise shortly, and we'll try that. Okay, for now, no, I won't move that one. Okay, anyway, I'll muck around with it later. That'll gives you a pretty good shot of where the actual volcano caldera is up in the top there, and looks not so bad. Okay, I'm going to go to Fuego first, because Fuego is making noise. And let's see, there we go. Fuego is at sunset doing its thing. One pill makes you smaller, and one pill makes you... No. Yeah. Is it right? One... Yeah, I don't know if you take two. What happens, big dog? Do you get tall? Okay. Tall. You get tall? Oh, get it? Tall? Nah, never mind. Okay, anyway, Fuego still shaking. The camera is shaking because of the wind. And this is due to the very high elevation that this is at. But it is doing its thing. And... kind of nice color. Now, too bad the darn thing couldn't stay still long enough for us to watch a decent eruption. And that's one of the things that a lot of people who are setting up cameras, if you don't have a lot of experience, I can tell you right now, when you're zooming in on something, the longer you zoom, the less motion it takes to make it wiggle. And you know, you think you've got something mounted really solid as far as your camera is concerned, and if it even vibrates a touch, if you're using a 200 or 300 millimeter zoom, things are moving back and forth. The 1 millimeter of movement at your camera over a 10 kilometer distance will give you probably 10 to 20 meters of movement back and forth at the site. So, or if not more. So it's one of those things. You got to watch out for it. Anyway, we do see some clouds coming in there, and it is shaking a little bit. I'm just going to pop over here to this other one that happens to be smoking. And I am sure you guys know which volcano this is. Well, I mean, it tells you on the screen, but yes, that is Popocatépetl. And Popocatépetl had something interesting last night, during the night, and somebody sent me a screenshot and was concerned. Well, I don't know if that person was concerned, but they did send me the screenshot. And I thought, okay, wow, this is interesting stuff. So I figured I was going to go back and do a little bit of sampling of the screenshots to see what we had. And I did find something a little odd or peculiar, if you want to call it that. And I am not going to write anything into it. You guys can decide on what you think it might be, and I will just keep my mouth shut. Okay, well, that didn't work. I'm trying to do something here, and just give me a second. I think I did this wrong. I wanted to add a little slideshow here. I think I have to, there, image show. I was in the wrong spot. All right, we will add those photos, and give me a second for, sorry for not having this all ready to go, but I thought it was kind of neat and last minute stuff, and we like it. Where'd my pictures go? There we are. And all right, I'm getting them. We'll make it happen. And okay, so now if it wasn't so darn interesting, I wouldn't show it, but I thought it was a little bit on the weird side. So we're adding these shots, and I'm going to hit OK, and hopefully this will run properly. Do not adjust your set. All right. Oh, I shouldn't have switched it. Take a look. You see this beam going across here? I have no idea what is causing that, but you see that beam sliding across the frames, and guys, that is weird. Anybody have an explanation for that? And I have it cycling here, so yeah, is this, yeah, Frosty username says Borg, Carabandle says UFO. You guys, come on, like seriously, I can't see that being a UFO, but it is interesting to see a laser going across there like that, and it really threw me for a loop. And I did, when I seen it, I did have to pull out my special stuff to try to figure out what it is, and I have special software to analyze some of these things. And we did use our special filtering on this particular situation, and we did come out with a couple of shots that did tell us what is really going on. And let's see, yeah. So I will bring you those two photos real quick here, and I'm going to turn that slideshow off. So yeah, I know it's a little weird, but we seen that, and like I say, I turned on my special filtering, and as you can see at the top of the screen, you guys, it's there. Okay. It is definitely there. Okay, never mind. And the second shot I used here to try to get, and that is pretty cool. So, and I swear that they're probing or sampling something. So anyway, all cool. And that's just a little bit of fun stuff. And you guys know, everybody has a UFO button in your software now that you can click. And it's all good. It's all good. Big Dog is in here as well. Alan Coker made it in. Welcome. Marty, Mary Martin, welcome. William BMAT also back in the house. Sandra Rockland made it in. Glad to have you guys all on board. Echo the Bot, welcome. And I see George also just slid in. And good to see all of you. And yeah, we're just having a little bit of fun here. OFU Lux, is that you? Good one, Oz. And I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it is. We're thinking it's aliens and it's not. Anyhow, it's all in fun, you guys. All in fun. I had to do that and enjoyed that a whole bunch. Anyway, we'll turn those guys off and see. Oh yeah, we are now looking at, this is live, by the way. This is really looking, kind of the smoke is pouring straight towards the camera, not doing too much good for us. When you say welcome on board, do you mean we get beamed up? Well, Pavel, hold still, unless you want to lose an arm. And don't cross the streams while you're teleporting, okay? Always a problem. Anyway, oh, so where can I leave you? That's not going to hurt you. This is going to hurt your eyes and your brain as things shake around. This is actually not a bad picture. We could leave you here for the break. I'm just thinking about the break. And let's see, or right there. Maybe we can put you over here and see if we can find the buffalo. All right, Irish Monk. Wow, thank you kindly for that. The last year aliens came to Ireland. What? Oh, 1215. Wow, Irish Monk. Irish Monk. Okay, we'll have to see that. Thank you kindly for that support, Irish Monk. I really do appreciate that, and very generous. Thank you. Yeah, 1215, eh? Aliens. All right, we'll have to consider that. Kevin Haynes also in the house. I didn't see you earlier, as well as Raymond, and John Raper is back. Good to see you, and Pavel, of course. I see a two-legged buffalo. No, that's Sasquatch. They roam freely there with their children. Debbie Brandy, welcome back as well. I'm glad to have you on board. Anyway, lots of shenanigans. Ooh, Old Faithful is shooting up there on the right-hand side. Looks pretty awesome. Maybe they'll pan the camera over there right away and have a closer look. In the meantime, for all those wonderful people who have joined, please do consider hitting that like button if you are enjoying the stream. And also, if you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, if you feel we've earned that subscription. So, Piggy, yo, and welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And hopefully you can stay there. Yes, they are moving the camera, and I am going to go for my break before Piggy sets Poppet, 6 Poppet on me. On that note, keep smiling, you guys. If you need to know when the times are for the stream, down below in the description is where that information is. And let's see, if you want to become a member, like all those other people that are in here that support the stream, you can hit that join button that's also down in the bottom. If you're using a cell phone or something like that, it might be in a different location. And nevertheless, it is there. It is also in the description, as well as if you type in a join or exclamation join, and I will type that in here. No, hang on. Sarah Miles actually did it. And that brings up the link for that as well, if you are so inclined. And again, just because somebody is supporting, and if don't feel bad if you are not, or if you cannot, by all means, you're still part of our wonderful lava family. So keep it with that, and remember that we're all one big happy family here. So anyway, hit those like buttons. I want to see if we can get that over 100 real quick. And I am going to go take a 5-minute break. When we come back from the break, we're going to have a look at Hawaii first, and then we will go look at our earthquakes, and then we're going to take a closer look at, since I'm dealing with maps at that point in time, we're going to have a closer look at some of the areas where there are a lot of populated areas right where there are volcanoes. A matter of fact, people living within calderas of volcanoes. So on that note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and you are watching the Volcano Eruption live stream. I will be back in 5 minutes after my break. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the microphone back on, and just forgot to turn my light on, though. I'll be back in a half a sec. There, light is on. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. All right, everybody noticed the whole herd of buffalo? That's a few buffalo there, and glad to have them kicking in and doing their thing. Anyhow, I did say we were going to, what, Piggy wants to pet them? Piggy, no, you don't. Trust me on that. Stay away from the buffalo. They may have fur, but they are not friendly, okay? Really, trust me. Bovines, different than cute little piggies, okay? I'm counting 40 buffaloes. Holy mackerel, Sue. That's a lot of buffalo. And 4,000 in the park. Thank you, everyone, for saying welcome back. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Let's see. But Daddy, no, you can't pet the buffalo. They're mean. They'll take your arm right off. From the shoulder. Seriously. Yeah. So, anyway, Hawaii. I did say we wanted to go to Hawaii, so let's go over there. And let me get myself onto the right screen. And we're looking at our wonderful lava lake at 4:27 a.m. The time Paul Zilla actually got up this morning. And his time. This is what it looks like currently. We do see that the lava level has dropped a little bit, not as deep as it has before, but it is on its way down. So that's kind of what it is doing on that particular picture. This was, again, 3:56 a.m., and we will refresh that so we get a current picture. And things here have changed. Look how this has now turned into a little pot of, like, literally hornito of some sort with an exit in it. So I'm sure it's got an entrance and an exit. And so we have our little cone here. This is feeding it via a lava tube and going into here. And that is pretty cool and kind of neat to see this little hornito having formed. So pretty awesome. And let's see if they finally got this camera working. I'm going to refresh on that. No, still not working. We're not going to worry about that one. And this is what our lava level was at 3:28 Hawaii time this morning. If we refresh, it shows that it changed, but not by much. So it has dropped a little bit more there. We can definitely see it. And there's our little hornito. And this was the original cone here. And it is now there. So really interesting to see that. And I'm kind of curious what that's going to look like in the future. We also do still notice that extra lava. And remember, back here was all red hot yesterday and the day before, and it's cooling off now, so it has changed a little bit there. Also, still hot lava sitting there and in those other places, obviously. And we're probably going to see it rise and fall a whole bunch more. And it'll prove to be neat to see that, right? Let's get over to earthquakes, and I'm going to zoom out on this first so we can see this is our Hawaiian Islands, and we will zoom in, back in, and see what we can come up with here as far as what we see for earthquakes and so on. So our wonderful area here continues to have the quakes happening, which is pretty normal for that area. That's one of the hot spots under there, so always some magma movement, and it is about 30 30 to 35 kilometers down, 20 to 22 or 23 miles down. And there's the latest one that's showing up there in red, a 2.3. And that's kind of the size of these things. They're all 2, 2.3, 2.5. You know, from roughly 1.5 to 2.5 gives you a pretty good estimate of all of those quakes that are there. And that's just indicating some lava movement. Anyway, we will get over to Kilauea in a second. Just want to pop over to Mauna Loa. We don't see anything exciting there. If we click on, if we get a little bit closer here, let's see. We can click on one of those cameras to see, oh, there we go, North Rim picture. And that's kind of what it looks like there today. And that was from 1431, so Hawaii time, of course. And yeah, you're seeing it. It's snow up on top of Mauna Loa, sorry. So definitely the white stuff, snow. Yes, 4-letter word. Don't say it out loud. What? A full-grown bison can wreck a grizzly? Yeah, a full-grown bison can wreck 4 or 5 grizzlies, never mind one. Don't get too close to the bison. No, you don't want to be doing that. Anyway, lovely picture. We'll get rid of that off the screen. That's out at Mauna Loa. Again, if you punch in that shortcut Hawaii map, and that will bring up the link for the Hawaiian thing. So, Hawaii map. Let me see if I can get that on there. And Hawaii map. Okay, that should bring up the link, and you can go to the site yourself if you so desire. And let me zoom out a little bit. We'll get back over to Kilauea. That, of course, is the crater we were just looking at previously there in the other shots with the thermal and stuff. And for those who aren't aware, you can, there's a bunch of cameras right in here that you can take a look at. You've got 4 good cameras with various views, and that'll help you out that way. But you also have what we have gas metering, tilt meter, GPS for tracking movement, and you also have your seismographs that you can bring up and make big, look at, and have a little fun with if you are so inclined. All right, let me zoom back out of that a little bit, and we're going to leave that kind of be, but I want to get at something else here with, since we're on the subject of earthquakes, and we want to move over to our earthquake maps. And I don't really want to use this one right away. I'm going to actually utilize the USGS one first, and it is kind of neat. We don't see too many other earthquakes in here that are causing any major shaking, not in the last day anyway. We do have a couple red spots here in California, San Andreas Fault, very small in when you get into intensity, and one, that kind of thing, at the geyser.ca or .ca. There's some, I think there's 2 or 3 there. That you notice that cluster right there. So you do have something underneath there that's moving around and keeping the geyser flowing. All right, we'll zoom back out of this one, but this is not the one I want to really get into. What I did want to check, though, was I wanted to get into the earthquakes of La Palma, and we will go here. So that is La Palma, and of course that's utilizing their maps. This was refreshed just before the show, and it's kind of interesting. We don't see too much new activity, just little guys, and wondering what I think this is from before, yeah, from yesterday. So nothing new or major there, but I did have something else loaded up. Now, in addition to, you know, the road construction and people digging out the ash out of their yards and their homes and so on, there is other activity there, and we do want to show you that. And that is this. They took a trip up to Cumbre Vieja in La Palma, and they were looking around to see. This is obviously from the volcanologists, and of course you see that big yellow streak that we seen there. That was sulfur. Yes, that crack is allowing the sulfur to come out and just lay there as it's off-gassing, and it's pretty wild and weird to see. I myself wouldn't even be walking in this area because, you know, you never know what's got foundation underneath it and what doesn't. But I thought I'd bring you this little clip. The next part, or the latter half of this, is really quite interesting because they actually go up to the edge of the caldera, and this is them going up there now. I did have to turn the volume down because it had a lot of wind noise on there. But this is Cumbre Vieja still off-gassing today, and it is pretty nasty. So lots of gas still flowing, and obviously lots of heat still in there if that is what's going on. Are they crazy? Yeah, hey, Piggy, we gotta leave it to them. And you notice the rocks as they're walking along. You see those rocks? That's what was flying out of the volcano. Anyway, get ready for the view, and don't fall in. If you lean too close, too far, I'm not responsible if you go over. And there is the caldera, and or at least one of them, because it's got multiple vents. And look at that off-gassing. So that's what? Okay, what's the strick? What? Strick. What the strick? Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying, but anyway, that looked pretty awesome, and I just thought I'd throw that in real quick for you guys. So that is what is going on back there. Stick. Who's got a stick? Don't hurt anybody with a stick. Getting back to our map here, and I'm on the wrong screen. We do see that we only had a little one there, and hardly any when you're looking at what the list used to be. It used to be pages and pages and pages, and now it's barely half a, well, just over half a page of earthquakes in comparison to what it had. Yeah, it's burned trees, absolutely. If that's what you're looking at. I'm going to throw a few fireworks in there. No, Tetra, don't do that. Burnt tree, in all likelihood. If that's all that's left was the twigs, yeah, everything else has gone off of it. And yeah, the volcanologists, some of them very, very brave. I do have to agree with that, Oz, and it's really quite outstanding to see that. Anyway, let's see. Here was that other earthquake map that we had from actually Oz brought that one up, and we will take a look at that one a little bit more. It does have some of the more modern earthquakes on here, and it's fairly precise. So again, for that one, anyone who needs to use that map, if you want to go consider it, take a look at that. I dropped the link in there, and you guys can go there and have a look at it. And let's see, where am I time-wise? Okay, now I'm going to start this out here, but we will finish it after the break. So this is going to take me a little bit of time, but what we'll do, I'll start out here with basically populations very close to volcanoes. And this includes places where there are people actually living right in the calderas of volcanoes. And then we will get into that. So the first thing I'm going to bring up on the screen is a site that I thought was kind of interesting, and this is the Smithsonian. And they've got a list of volcanoes, or actually of people, living within the range of volcanoes. And the one that actually surprised me, well, actually it didn't really surprise me, but is actually in Mexico, and I thought Italy would have taken the blue ribbon on this one, but it's actually here, and that is this guy, right in Mexico. And that is kind of neat. If we zoom in on this, we can get a better location. And you see where Guadalajara is, and Mexico City. So it's almost in between them. But the thing is, that area, they have about just about 5.8 million people within 5 kilometers of that volcano. So if that thing went, wow, we would have a very big problem. Yeah, Naples in Italy is very dangerous volcano caldera. Yeah, we will get to that one, Colin. That is definitely in the lists. And they kind of stuck it in there because, well, that's number 2 or 3 here. This next one, Tatum volcano, and that is over in, I'm not even sure exactly where it is, but there it is there, and you can see the massive cities right around it, and pretty awesome to see. But that area has just about 5.1 million people. And Campi is the next guy up, and this is in, of course, really close to Naples. Naples is basically here, okay? This is Campi, and Campi is a super volcano, and it has multiple calderas, as you can see here, and looks kind of strange from this point, but if we pop over, and we're going to take a look here. I did actually have it zoomed in earlier, and we will zoom in using Google Maps, and to give you a little bit better perspective of where it is, or as we're zoomed out. So this is Naples, okay? This is Mount Vesuvius, and this is Campi. So Campi is the place that is very dangerous. And again, you can see the multiple craters there, and this will kind of lead us to our next subject about what are they doing inside the calderas. And you see inside this one, they've actually created a golf course, as well as some kind of U.S. Navy base or something. I don't know what exactly is in there, but they've got, looks like baseball stadiums. If we zoom in a little bit more, baseball stadiums, soccer fields, not sure if that's basketball or badminton, but all kinds of things going on there. And then houses. So we have people living inside the crater, okay? Little bit risky as far as I'm concerned, but that is up to them. Okay, and that is kind of weird to see that, but when you look here, these are all sitting in craters, All these houses and the fields here, that is inside a crater. Here's another one, right inside the caldera. And, you know, you can't tell me those aren't houses and farms and things going. And it's just people doing this. And you hope that these things never go. And that is really, really quite dangerous. But that's something that I'm just kind of like wowed at, right? And why does this guy look like so evil? Oh, that's that's another one of those lava fields, and I'm not sure exactly what that material is, but it's smoking. You don't want to be sitting there, and that is also right in Naples, right? So when you're looking at it, this is all of Naples, and you know, all the way around. It's really, really heavily populated, and you're looking here at some of the off-gassing from that. So it kind of makes a guy wonder. Even this guy out here, this little caldera, you know, you've got people. They've got resorts on here, villas. Isn't that pretty? That looks pretty nice, eh? I'd like to live there. Not. Would be awful dangerous. Nice place, but would be awful dangerous. And that is very, very interesting. So I did check, and checked with our volcanologist, and Yvonne did say that this bay is not a caldera. But this might be portions of one. Okay. We don't know yet. Also, these little guys here, obviously, at one point in time, they had some issues, and that's probably what's going on there as well. Anyway, I'm looking to put you somewhere here. Okay. Yeah, Pavel, go ahead and send that. And I am going to see where we can stick you right now here to see if we have any lava flow from anything. Let's see. Yeah, nothing on that one. Let's see what Fuego was still shaking too much. Okay, we don't want to do Fuego. And I don't know. I just want to leave you somewhere safe here for 5 minutes. That way we don't. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. And that way we don't get anybody motion sick or anything like that. Okay, yeah, I'll leave it here on the Yellowstone for my break time, and I think that's a pretty safe place. That way we're not jiggling around and nobody gets motion sick. Pavel, it's DrFox, just like Dr. Fox, at shaw.ca. So drfox at shaw.ca. Okay, hope you got it. And let's see. Yeah, I'll leave it there. And I am going to go take a 5-minute breather, you guys. When we come back from the break, we will do our bacon seeds, as we always do. And then we will carry on with having a look at the populated areas, and not only in Italy, but other places where we have volcanoes with people either living in them or right around them. And one of the places that we're going to be going, we were just there, and that's La Palma. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. I'm your host, DrFox2000. And by the way, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do consider hitting it. And also, if you're new, please do consider subscribing if you feel we've earned that subscription. And on that note, I'm going to go take that break. Don't go away. I'll be back in 5. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Hopefully, not too loudly. And welcome, everyone. For those who are just popping in, I see a couple more new names here, or well, not new, but returning. Karen, welcome. Good to see you. Who else did I catch in here that was I didn't say hi to yet? Was DJ Puff the Third. Welcome back. And let's see, who else snuck in while I was on my break? And I don't know, Piggy was in the way. She was trying to sit in my lap again. Darn it. Anyway, I did say hi to Oz. Yeah, we did. He is so happy today. Oh, I'm happy, I guess. I try to be in a good mood. You know, things go, and some things just work out a little bit better. So anyway, good to have everyone on board, and glad to have you all here. And as I mentioned, we were going to go back into our bacon seeds. No Dizzy Bubbles or Sharon. No, we don't see either one right now. Lisa P. Frampton is also here. Welcome, Lisa. As well as David Brewer from Astronomy Livestream with David Brewer. Go figure. Welcome, David. And let's see, we got another one there that I hope Yellowstone supervolcano won't explode. JDM, I don't think you or I will need to worry about that. I'm sure that's not going to go for a long time. Liam is also back. Welcome. Good to have you on board. Brian, Perfectibility 999 also made it in. Good to see you there. And let's see. Did I miss anyone else coming in? Daryl R. Welcome, and glad to have you on board. Okay, so let's get into our bacon seeds, and then we will get back over to looking at stuff around Naples, and I will try to get those 2 shots up there that Pavel sent me, and we will go from there. So don't go away, hang in there, and let's get over to some bacon seeds. If the buttons work well. Actually, I'm going to hit this other one. Oh no, I have to do that. Okay, never mind, and we'll make it there. I'm checking blocked people. I only have 2, not Izzy or Sharon Stewart. Well, Sharon, I think, was here yesterday, wasn't she? Sharon Stewart is certainly not blocked, nor is Dizzy Itchy Bubbles. Anyway, a bacon seed on screen. Hang on, why are you sticking your tongue out at us? At least you don't have big long rabbit ears. Yep, Linda says, nah. It's a pig with attitude. Yes, it is indeed. Echo the bot. Who blocked me? Who blocked me? I didn't. You're not blocked. I hope you understood that, Echo. Definitely not blocked. Okay, there you go. Oh, love it. All right, a little bit of fun. And our next bacon seed. Now, that one's got a dirty nose. And, you know, only pigs knows that, right? A pig's nose? Never mind. Okay. Next bacon seed. A beautiful little guy. And that is indeed just a little tiny little bacon seed. And we will carry on in the mud. Yep. Mud truckers. And here's another one sticking out his tongue. I don't know what it is about these pigs. Are they trying to get back at us or something? Saying, nah, I'm not bacon yet. Yeah, and that was Sarah. It was definitely the other one. So, and of course, here is a whole package of bacon seeds. Finally wrapped. Well, I don't think they're wrapped, but they're pressed together very closely. And that's how you buy them at the supermarket, pressed together. and they look pretty cute, all sleeping. Wonderful little bacon seeds. Anyway, all right. More stuff coming in here. I got emails flying in here like crazy. Yeah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll see if I can load that on the next break there, Trevor. And same with the stuff Lisa sent me. It's a little too much to try to do while I'm doing the stream. Anyway, love our bacon seeds, and they are lovely. And for those people who are new and don't understand the reason we do this, it's because when we originally started this, everybody referred to the lava flowing down the side of a hill as bacon. And it does kind of look like bacon going down a hill. And then the question came up, where do you get bacon from? And of course, you need to have bacon seeds to be able to get bacon. And this is the whole scenario behind it. And we love our bacon seeds. And it is a lot of fun. And sometimes we look for extra bacon seeds. So just to kind of enlighten those who are wondering what the shenanigans are all about. Anyhow, we do want to get back to what we were doing, and that was going back to our wonderful areas of Naples and stuff that we were looking at, and we were actually looking at where the populated areas are within calderas of the actual volcanoes, right? And of course, Italy is a good example of some of them. And like we pointed out here, even even along the coastline, I think there was a few places where they were really iffy. This is another one here. I don't know if there's anybody living on this island. Yeah, there is. There is too. This here is a small caldera as well, and people have their homes on the rim of the caldera. So I don't know. That's what's there, and kind of have to wonder about it and see, like, is it really worthy of risking your life for that? But then again, those volcanoes may never ever erupt. And again, like I said, over here as well, and of course Campi, which is right here, and Mount Vesuvius, which is right here. And speaking of Mount Vesuvius, okay, well, maybe we'll get back to that afterwards. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, and we are actually going to go down to Stromboli. And of course, this here is Sicily. That is the, if I zoom out a little more, you can see the boot of Italy right there. And so Etna is right here, all right? And people always wonder, well, how close are people living to these things? And on Etna, you have communities all the way around it, on the edge of the volcano itself. And you see community after community in these areas, and I mean, they're all over the place. So we definitely have a lot of stuff happening there, and a lot of people being at risk to a degree, I guess. And if I can find that place where Yvonne was staying, hang on, where is it? She was staying down here somewhere when she was there, so I'll find it. Maybe I won't. Oh, right there. This is the place where Yvonne was actually staying while she was there. So, and again, it's nice to be there as a volcanologist when she was there, or she is still there, right? So, you know, you can always book it out of there. You're in a hotel or whatever, but it's always a little bit risky with living close to a volcano. So anyway, let's zoom in here on Volcano. This is the next one, and you see this? It's another caldera, and Volcano piano, and there's people living inside that caldera. So if that ever blew, what do you think is going to happen? And here's Volcano itself, and that is right up in between everything. If we click on that, will it tell us how tall it is? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. No, doesn't give you the info on the height, but I have that on the other one anyway. But anyway, that is Volcano, and as you can see, people are living right on the edge of Volcano, and even over here on this little guy, they're pretty much, you know, right where something could happen. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what goes on there. And if we zoom out a little bit, and I'm just trying to find Stromboli here. There we are. And we're zooming in on Stromboli. And the shot that was taken by Yvonne was from this side somewhere. So I'm not exactly 100% sure. I do believe it is this side that the shot was taken from the southwest, because the moon, of course, was over there, over in that direction. So, hang on, the moon was there. Maybe she was over here. I don't know. I'll have to find out from her to confirm. Anyway, that is kind of interesting, but we've seen how low that actually looked when we looked at that picture, and I will go back to the picture for a second if I can put it back on the screen. And you know, when you're looking at that, you don't realize how far away you are from this thing, and it's quite a distance away from the boat. So when you go back over to look at what we've got here, and there we go, and you don't realize how tall this thing actually is, and it is huge. Anyway, to get a better perspective, I did some little sneaky thing and clicked on our little friendly man down there to try to get an idea of what it looks like from the boat. So that is pretty awesome to see some of the shots from offshore, and I think that is really cool. Unfortunately, I have to go back and try to change location every time I do that. If we go over here a little bit more, you see a little bit of an angle, unless, oh, maybe I can do that. Looks a little bit more interesting. Oh, bald guy in there. How about we go the other way then? And we'll keep going. Oh. And we'll zoom that way a little bit more. Not working as well. I think I'm gonna do this a little bit quicker because we wanted to look at the other side here. And that is probably the side that so if she was way out here and took the picture of it, that's likely the side it was on. So that is this side over here. So that's probably where we've seen that lava come down. So if we go right about there, we should be able to see lava flow, and you can indeed see material dropping in, and it is rolling down the hill, getting right into the water of the Mediterranean. So pretty cool. And let's keep going a little further around, and it's kind of neat to see it from different angles. And this picture actually gives you a little bit more of a proportion of size. Welcome, Diane Craig. Let's see. Because of the houses, you can kind of get a better perspective as far as height is concerned. And that thing is massively tall. So, and of course, they're living on the edge of that volcano. So, pretty awesome to see. If we move around here a little bit more, that shows this side, and corner here, not bad, but I still wouldn't want to be in any of these areas. Now, this stuff can slough off and actually slide right into the ocean or into the water. It's not the ocean, it's Mediterranean, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what goes on there. Getting a little further around this side, not as much to look at, doesn't look quite as pretty. And we will get back to this side a little bit more, and that gives us a little bit more perspective as to height, and definitely worthy of, you know, it's huge, this thing. So let's see, yeah, it'll allow us to scoot a little bit. I see that neat little rock out there. I wonder what that is. Let's see, how far can we go here? There. Slightly different. You can see a little bit more of that caldera carved out. Pretty awesome. And some flow points here from a past. So looking pretty cool. And again, the principle behind this, or what I'm going after though, is people are living dangerously close to many different volcanoes. And you know, that's the whole point. You see what's on Stromboli. It's not a huge populace, but it is still a fair-sized population living right there. And that's not a huge island. Then when you again go over to a volcano, and I'm going to turn that off, but volcano as well, very populated, and that volcano can pop at any point in time, really. So it's one of those things, you got to wonder what the heck is going on, right? Why are the guys living there? Obviously because it's nice areas. When you look at Sicily, Sicily is fairly large, so being on the island of Sicily, if you were, if this blows and you happen to be over on this end, not that big of a deal, I don't think, because you're quite a distance away. But still, that's still, you know, what is it, 20 kilometers, this distance on the bottom here. You can barely see it, but so if you go 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 kilometers away, you'd be pretty safe on this end of Sicily. So cool stuff. All right, and let's see, looking at my time, 4-minute warning, thank you, Piggy. That looks pretty awesome. And anyway, that gives us a pretty good idea of what it's like in that area, and that there are people living there. So if we go back to our other volcano list, and again, this was campy, and I'm going to just back out of that. We're going to take a look at these other ones that were in here on the list real quick before our time runs out. There we go. This is Yuopango, if I said it right, in Mexico. Again, a lake, okay? When you look at something like that, oh, that's Mexico. That's actually in El Salvador. My bad. Mexico and Central America, that's what we're looking at. But it's in El Salvador. It being a lake, it's a caldera. If that ever had a good shaker and cracked basically the mantle gets opened up a little bit, and we end up with water going down into the magma chamber. you know, that would be pretty heavy duty. And I think we'd be in trouble, or they would be anyway, in Central America. That would make one heck of a big bang. And Diane Craig is forewarning me about the break, and we will do the break right away. Anyway, this is available, and I'm going to put this in the chat right now. If you guys want to have a look at that, these are populations for volcanoes, and yeah, let me paste that again. Dr. Fox, Naples, yes. After I have my break, I will load those pictures. Okay, I have a bunch of them to load. But we will go. Yeah, Naples. As far as the what's on here is campy, is basically showing on there. When we go down the list, you guys can do that on your own. But Vesuvius, they're saying 3.9 million people within that 30-kilometer radius. Last eruption was 1944. So that is kind of something a person's got to consider. Some of these numbers are pretty high. So Campi, of course, being number 3, and it last erupted in 1538 AD. So a long time in coming. Anyway, again, you guys can have a look at that at your leisure. I'm going to get us back to, I'm going to leave that there. And this here, we will go back to Naples afterwards. Once I load those other pictures up, and we will go from there then. And let's see what we can do here to get you onto a volcano that is doing something. And I'm going to remind everyone, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do consider hitting the like. And that certainly does help out with the analytics of YouTube, and promotes the channel a whole bunch, and really does help. So give it a shot. Also, if you're new, you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you feel we've earned it. And on that friendly note, if you need to know when it's happening, you can take a look down in the description. Clearly stated down there, and also the join button is down in the description as well if you wish to become a member and help support the stream. So on those friendly notes, I am your host, DrFox2000. I am going to go take a break. It may take me a couple seconds longer to get things going 100% because I want to load some pictures. But I will be back in about 5 minutes. So keep smiling, play nice, and I will be back. And if you happen to see any UFOs on this one, please let me know. I'm really, really curious, because we caught them last night there, and we do need to find out what they were doing, checking out Popocatépetl. Okay, so... Oh, there's one now. Keep an eye on it. You can see that light moving across the screen. Anyway, have fun with it. And I'm going to go take that break. Don't go away. I'll be back in 5. Hey, Linda, excuse yourself. I seen that. Uh, anyway, welcome back. I'm your host, Dr. 2000. Yeah, that's it, Dr. Fox 2000. How about we do that? Volcano Eruption live stream, and glad to have you all on board. Sharon Stewart, welcome, and good to see you. They were looking for you earlier. They thought that you disappeared. Slides in after online shopping group. Howdy, Doc. Okay, well, glad you made it, Sharon. Good to see you. Dr. 2000 Foxes, yes. Trout Mubbles, getting my merds wixed. Balking tackwords, all kinds of different things. Made it. So many online activities. Oh, wonderful. And anyway, good to have you on board there, Sharon. So, right now we are going to go back to, well, actually, before we go back, Piggy, are you still? Yeah, Piggy is there. Piggy, we caught what was going on, and the gig is up. Okay. We now know what that beam of light was. Wow, we're still not 100% sure, but we did see the activity that was being caused with that beam of light, and apparently it is a super piggy, and yeah, yeah, is right. Super Piggy. All right. As soon as this thing switches here, it will show you exactly what's going on. Come on, switch computer. You can do it. You got nothing holding you back. Okay. There it goes. Oh, come on. There. All right. So apparently it looks like Super Piggy is flying across there with some kind of beam. Can you explain what's going on there, Piggy? Anyway, all in fun, guys. All in fun. And DJ Puff the Third, can you see Sharon Stewart? It's, yeah, Super Piggy. Oh my god. Yeah, darn it. Okay, let's see. Aliens. Well, I'm still thinking it's aliens. I don't think it's Piggy. I'm pretty sure it was aliens. But you never know. You never know, you guys. Anyway, before we get back to too far and something too serious, we are going to set this back to our normal screen, and we're going to, let's see. Oh, my God, we got bunnies all over the place. I knew I couldn't escape them. Let me get rid of a couple of them, and then we're going to look at them one at a time here. Yeah, there, cuteness. Little wabbits, and thanks Lisa for sending those in. Look at that one, he's spying on people and looks awful comfortable underneath there, and definitely a cuteness. So yeah, hiding, you can almost not see him. Oh, I gotta love the little guys, and they are indeed awesome looking, so we love it. Definitely love it. And that is, I guess you call it a food basket full of bunnies? Something like that. Anyway, cute as all get out. Let's get to the next thing we want to look at. And remember, we were in Naples, and we were looking at Mount Vesuvius. You can see it in the background there. No, that is not actually erupting. That just happens to be a cloud back there. I thought, hey, somebody photoshopped this, but no, it's just a cloud. The ruins are the city of Herculaneum. Okay, it is 15 kilometers from Pompeii, but got buried in the mud flow and in better condition with artwork and wood surviving. Pompeii got buried by pyroclastic flows. Okay, so this area was buried in mud flows rather than pyroclasts. So that preserved it a whole bunch. That is very interesting. Thank you, Pavel. And the other picture here is from a boat or ship out in the harbor, and that gives you a pretty good view of what that actually looked like there. So pretty awesome. Thanks for shooting those in, and really do enjoy that. And of course, when we're looking at that, we kind of go, okay, where the heck are we out there? Obviously, we are out by a pier not too far away. We'll get into the map, and we will be able to see where that actually is. And if we zoom in, it will tell you that it's probably somewhere around here that that picture was taken from. And there is Mount Vesuvius up here. So pretty good idea of how close that is. And actually that boat would have actually been, well, if it was here, just as close to Campi as it is to Mount Vesuvius. Cruise terminal, okay. I'm not sure, I don't see any cruise ships here. Or are these cruise ships? They might be, or yachts or something. This looks like it's sunk. Yeah, boat building. No, cruise ship terminal, eh? Well, could be here. Ferry terminal. But looks pretty cool, and that would have been, yeah, if they would have taken it from there over that way, that would make sense. And yeah, that's it. Cool, thanks. And a really good, Pavel. Glad we did that. So anyway, getting back to the other map a little bit, or the other page from the Smithsonian, and I will drop that link in there again. Some of the other volcanoes within earthquake areas, or sorry, within populated areas where we could have earthquakes and stuff like that. Very, very dangerous for people, right? Here's another one in the Philippines. Again, populated areas nearby. And I think here it tells you last eruption 1350 AD, and this thing is 3,576 feet tall, or 1,090 meters. So that gives you a pretty good idea. And again, you guys can have a look at this on your own. What's this? Graham Ridge. Okay. Armenia. And again, another one of these situations. This is an 11,000 foot high, just about 12,000 feet, or 3,600 meters in height. Last time it erupted is about 122 years ago. So these things can happen, and again, this is all there for your taking and liking if you like this kind of material. And I will put that link back in the chat right now so you guys can have a look at it on your own. And that is from the Smithsonian, and they have some pretty cool stuff in there. I myself had a peek at that website, and there's a lot of stuff in there that you want to look at. So it'll keep you busy for a while. Anyway, I'm not going to continue here. The population within 30 kilometers is where they put Vesuvius. I guess they had to put it somewhere. Merapi is on the list as well. And going up some of the other Indonesian ones as we go up, we can see that. So Taiwan, you know, Italy, of course, I don't know if that number is accurate. It may not quite be dead on the money, but close. New Zealand, Auckland, volcanic field, and again, 1446 is the last eruption on that one. Million people that could be affected there if it went again. And gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on. Now, I did say I wanted to get back to another place that we all know and love, and that is over here, of course, the Canary Islands, and let's go to La Palma. And I don't know if you guys recall, but I didn't see too much living inside the caldera in here. But if we go over on this side and you take a look, and in this little caldera, and gee, you got bus service, you got some catering going on there, you got houses right inside the caldera, and just thought I'd point that one out. And I do believe we might have looked at that once before. This little one here doesn't have anything in there, but I think that's just a tiny little vent. These other ones, didn't see too much around them, so not too worried. And again, you see some other holes there that kind of makes a guy wonder. Anyway, the map makers are going to have to fix these maps up in the future, but we'll see how that goes. Like I say, it's, you know, people living right inside the calderas of different places. Don't jinx them. No, I certainly don't want to jinx them. Okay, Sadie Rose, okay, good evening, and bless you as well, but let's keep the religion out of the channel kindly. We don't mind that. This is a volcano stream, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you. And easy on the capital letters, all right? That's not permitted here. We'll leave that as that. And I want to, oh, okay, Al, I don't know, you went a little too far there, Piggy, but should have just timed out for now, unless you know that that one's been doing that elsewhere. Anyway, all good. Oh, they were? Okay. Okay, so yeah, for now, let's sorry, can't see that well. All right, Sadie, no worries. And yeah, if you can kindly just keep it not in capital letters, and let's refrain from throwing the religious stuff in here. I don't mind you saying, you know, bless you or whatever in that sense, but that's the extent of it, all right? So we don't start preaching in here. The only preaching is me, and I preach volcanoes. All right. Having said that, we do need to go over to our other maps, and we want to take a look at earthquakes and around the world and stuff like that. And of course, the weather, since we are running out of time on our stream here, let's hit the volcano map. And if you want to bring that one up for yourself, Volcano World, and that will bring up the link for it. Just a quick gander at what we've got. Looking around the Ring of Fire, we don't see too much new stuff popping up. We do have our regular contestants. Sangay doing a little bit of erupting. Reventator Door is still active. Nevado del Ruz still off-gassing, but it is not ejecting any lava. Wolf Volcano, it is quiet. and it is still considered in an eruptive state, but doing its thing. As we go up, we know Fuego is in here, and Popocatépetl, and those other ones. So anything red is active, of course. Out here on Hawaii, you do see Kilauea. We do see our Pavlov and Great Sitkins and Semi out there on the Aleutian Islands, and out here on Kamchatka Peninsula, we do have our Russian ones doing their thing. We did have here 50 minutes ago a 5.1 and just south of Japan. Nothing too serious. I'm sure they can handle that, and not too many big earthquakes in these areas right now at all, which is actually a good sign, because that keeps things a little bit calmer. Not even any, well, they're not showing so many little ones, but Indonesia, of course, you can see we got a whole lineup of volcanoes here, and we did have this 4.1 about 15 minutes ago, according to this. So Sanjian is there, Semeru and Merapi, Krakatoa. These three are quite often are very busy, and of our friend Taal is out here in the Philippines doing its thing. So sliding over a little bit, we know this guy is still quite active in the Congo, DR Congo, and RTVE, our gas pit, still quite active here. And this again brings you up to Etna and Stromboli with Volcano in the middle, and Campi right there in Italy. So up here, Astia and Fregadelfjall, which is actually what we call Ragnar. Those are in an idle state, and then Cumbre Vieja here in La Palma also considered as an idling volcano. So not dead, but not producing anything. All right, we're good with that. Let's see, we had a look at that quake map already, and we will zoom out a little bit. I think we're good with earthquakes. I don't see anything new showing up on the USGS map. So I will swing over to our weather stuff, and we will have a quick peek at that before we end the stream. And of course, I'm going to refresh it because this is already a couple hours old, and we don't want to miss anything. It doesn't take long to refresh. There we go. Yuck, it's saying possible snow now and snow tomorrow morning. So yeah, we have one bunny eating, by the way, and hopefully it won't snow too much tonight. Looking at the dark areas, the dark red areas, those are high in SO2 content. And if you look over on the right hand side there where the mouse is moving, I have selected under more layers, I've added the SO2 to this map. So the red areas are what though that's indicating. If we zoom in here a little bit, this is White Volcano, and that's New Zealand, of course, and that area, so a little bit of off-gassing here. This is out at Hunga Tonga, and that area is still off-gassing, so we definitely have stuff happening there. Just don't know if we're going to see another eruption. Vanuatu has volcanoes out there as well, and they are continuing to do their thing. And this is Java, of course, and we would have Semeru about here, Merapi about here, and Krakatoa over here, and you can see the plumes of SO2 coming off of those. Up here is where our Taal is, and Taal Lake, and Taal volcano right in the middle of Taal Lake. So that is pretty awesome to be able to see that. When we look at what's coming off of Etna and Stromboli in that area. We do see it coming down south, so the wind is blowing it down, and it's going into northern Africa and swirling around down in that region. And of course, that Kos is where Piggy lives. Billy Bob Joe throws in a $5 super chat. Thank you very kindly, Billy Bob Joe. Thank you kindly for that $5 super chat, Billy. I do appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Anyway, looking at what we got, so Kos, a little bit of a haze there, I'm assuming. When we get out, we take a look at Europe. They are getting some fuzzier stuff, and definitely do see a little bit of higher bad air there. So hopefully they'll get cleaned up. And looking at this area, of course, that is where we were just at here, La Palma. And we don't see anything off-gassing, and looks pretty good there. And getting back into North America real quick, Mexico City always making a mess, and that has contributing factors of 21 million people living in Mexico City, as well as having a volcano to the south of it. So that is pretty cool. And of course, well, I don't know if it's cool, it's just that's what's causing the SO2 in that area. And again, as we move down Guatemala, we know that's where Fuego is, and then we get into Nicaragua and Costa Rica. A lot of that caused by the extra stuff. And again, what is it, Reva Del Ruz. I'll get it. Oh, maybe I won't. Ravador del Ruz, something like that. Anyway, though, the one here, it is still off-gassing quite bad. So, bad gas. It's got bad gas. And of course, the other stuff that you see in India and China, a lot of that is pollution, and that certainly is not helping the planet. So, we'll leave that there. This, I think I have it set for 4 p.m. I'm going to refresh this one so we get it up to a proper time here. It's now, yeah, 1900. Looks a little better. And just give you a quick weather synopsis. We'll zoom into Europe right away. And actually not too close. We want to see what's going on there. Okay, Iceland getting some very heavy north winds, so they should be getting pretty chilled there. And of course, London and like England and Ireland and those places not as bad as what they were before. We do see up in the northern ends here, Scotland, I guess, is -2, -3 in some spots. So a little bit cold. Those kilts are going to have some thermals on underneath there. Thank you for joining, Dr. Fox. Who? Oh, yeah. Did somebody else join? Join. Oh, enjoy. Anyway, yeah, no worries. I'm glad to have you guys all on board. And anyway, looking at Germany, weather is a little cooler right now. But then again, you got to remember it's nighttime over there. And of course, where Piggy lives, we'll give Piggy her weather. Piggy is basking in 14-degree C temperatures there, 14, 15, and it is a little bit windy, but we want to look at the precipitation, and this is what was making Piggy's power go out, and definitely big thunderstorms, and I see down on Crete they're getting nailed big time, 24 millimeters, wow. And there's some more of that storm down on the bottom end. And hopefully, oh yeah, this is what's coming up in Ireland and those areas, all that breeze. Germany doesn't look too bad, neither does France or Spain. We do see that storm out here. I'm not sure which direction that's going. That might be headed along the coast here. So watch out if you're in the Canary Islands. And then, of course, you got more stuff out in the eastern side of Canada and the U.S. I think most of that's in Canada, actually. And then you see horrible snow over my place. And just going through it, we see a little bit more swirling down here. More storms coming. Those poor people in Hunga Tonga have been getting storms for a while. Good thing it's going around Fiji. And hopefully that doesn't slip down into New Zealand. We do see the eastern side of Australia is getting some of that storminess as well. And I do see in all of this area, you know, whether it's in the Philippines or Indonesia and just everywhere, Papua New Guinea, all those places, they all seem to be getting some storming of some sort. When I was watching the other stream, of course, from that area, you could see in the nighttime shots, you could see the lightning off in the distance. So that was pretty awesome. Anyway, I have run over time here a little bit, and I think we will throw this back onto a volcano. Not that one. Something a little bit more interesting, and I think we're going to try Popocatépetl since it gave us some weird things. Unless, well, let's see, how bad is Fuego shaking? Maybe we'll leave it on Fuego since we're going to shut down pretty quick here anyway. And thank you everyone for watching today. I really do appreciate all of you. And Dr. Fox, look, what am I looking for, Elisa? What do you want me to look at? Daryl escaped from the bottom barrel. What? Daryl escaped from the barrel? Uh-oh. Daryl R, great super chat. Yes, I got, oh, hang on. Daryl R threw in a $5 super chat as well. Wow. Daryl, I was wondering what the heck Daryl did to escape. Daryl got out of the barrel. Thank you, Daryl R, for the $5 super chat. That's awesome. Thanks, man. Really do appreciate that. That certainly helps out. Thank you kindly. And hopefully that's what you were trying to tell me. Irish Monk says, go, Rab, Maith, get your oinkness. Oh, I'll leave that alone. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here today. And we do appreciate all of you coming in. And I really do appreciate the super chats. And that is awesome. That was from Irish Monk, Billy Bob Joe, and Daryl R. You guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting. Also, thank you for to all my members for helping and supporting. You guys are all awesome. So all those people who are in green, of course, are members, and it's set for $2.99 a month kind of thing. And I appreciate all of those who are helping and supporting the stream. And I'm going to run the members list on here shortly, as soon as I can get to that screen. And well, that's the wrong button. There we go. And I did, you know, yesterday somebody said, oh, well, Geoplanet Jane wasn't in there. And I said, well, I put her in there. And then I looked again today and tried to see what was going on. And I thought, yeah, I put her in there yesterday. And I went and checked it again. And of course, she wasn't there. So I thought, well, what the heck is going on? And so I tried it again and put her name in there, and it didn't want to do it. It didn't want to take it. So I thought to myself, well, there is something wrong with this picture. And anyway, I ended up having to refresh it and doing it that way. And I think, oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. What happened here? There we go. Click that one on. All right, right on top of Fuego, and hopefully this is running everybody's name, or do I have to remove it and paste it again? I think I gotta copy, remove, paste. Let's try that again. Let's see if it works. It's a little glitchy or something. I don't know why it does what it does, but this time it's running through. So thank you everyone for being here today. And really do appreciate everyone. And I want to make sure, yes, GeoPlanet Jane on the end of that list. And that's where it should have been. So thank you all of you who are supporting the channel. You guys are great. That's awesome. And where we are, Doc. Where we are, Big Dog? You're in there somewhere. I seen you. At least I put you in there. I know I did. I gotta take another look. This thing is deleting people on me? I hope not. I know I put you in there before, Big Dog. Yeah, there you are. Right below Daryl R. And that's all good. So you're there. No worries. Anyway, okay, so I let that play. We're all good. And thank you everyone for helping out and supporting. Really do appreciate it, and do appreciate our wonderful lava family here. And for those who are not members, don't worry or don't panic. You don't have to be a member to be here. Yeah, I see me. Okay, good, Big Dog. Glad you did. And like I say, you're all part of the lava family, whether you're helping out support that way or not. Some help out with other things, finding information, and some just like to be here amongst friends. So we are one big lava family, and we, keep it that way. It doesn't matter whether you're a member supporting it or not. So regardless, you're welcome here. And anyway, on that friendly note, though, I am going to shut her down for today. And thank you, everyone, for being here. I hope you enjoyed the show today. It was slightly different as far as the format, with using a little bit more of that Google Maps and actually kind of going around Stromboli with a boat, essentially. I thought it was kind of neat. And speaking of Stromboli, they did get that other camera back up, but we haven't seen anything of value out of there, but we might. Let me see if I can figure something out here real quick, because we didn't actually see Stromboli, and I don't know if I can get Stromboli up there. Just hang on here. Come on, change. No, wrong button. There we go. And I want to see if we can get our... I don't think Stromboli was there, but we had that other one that... Yeah, I see it. Okay, and we will switch to that one because it looks a little bit more neat. All right, on that friendly note, it is time for me to get off of here. And yeah, this is a Elob Morts. Elob Morts is the volcano. And take care, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful evening and a really good night, and hopefully tomorrow will be a wonderful day for you, and may you have kind people and smiles all day long for tomorrow. But for tonight, please tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Take care, good night, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Oink oink. And by the way, thank you, moderators. You guys did an awesome job tonight. Thanks. Oink, oink.